Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to a review show number 1 in Australia. But this is the year 2027-2028 season review. We are going to go through our very first season in Australia, mate. Bobby Munson has seen the episodes where we brought a house, we've got an annex, we've got a little car for him to drive us to and from the training ground, all of this and all of that. But the funniest thing is, yeah, exactly. And the funniest thing is, you guys have seen the whole season. Bobby is just watching this the day after the video of us in the cup final comes out. So he has no clue how this season goes whatsoever. We know that there's been anger. A lot of it. We know that at some points I got very stressed. And I got very angry with Bobby Munson at one point because of a fucking rule he gave me. But we will dive into all of that in a minute. But before we get into things, hearing how I predicted us and what I told you about the season, what would you say? Where do you think things have gone?
Well, you did just say cup final, so I'm hoping that there is at least some redemption there. I'm guessing the rest of the season did not go according to plan if you're talking about anger situations. So I'm guessing cup, okay. Regular season, not as much.
So this was one of the weirdest seasons I've ever done in Football Manager in my entire existence as a football manager. I'll explain why it's really, really batshit crazy during the presentation or slideshow, however you would want to see it, what it is. So, first off, we know we won the cup. We got the first cup, Australian Cup in the history of the club. Also, why are my legs out?
You wore shorts to the pitch.
It's fucking hot. It's Australia. That's my thinking behind that. So we won the cup. First cup they've ever won, the Australian Cup, and the first cup that they've won any sort of cup since 2008. So it was 19 to 20 years this club hasn't won a trophy. And before the regular season even started, we beat Adelaide United 2-1 to win the cup for the first time. Your initial thoughts of winning this, and also I will give a heads up, as people will notice, Adelaide come quite poignant in this series in season 1, but I want to get your thoughts. First season, we've won the cup. Your thoughts?
Oh, I mean, that's phenomenal. As always, winning a cup doesn't matter what season you win it in, is always going to be a phenomenal accomplishment. So congratulations to the club. I mean, can't go wrong when you got silverware to add to the trophy case.
Also, I do find it quite funny how you says winning a cup is a great achievement. This is coming from a Man United fan, so he only wins cups at this moment. So it's very much on the upward trajectory for him. As you can see, I am wearing the new Reading shirt. Anyway, brought that on the first day. Anyway, next up. League. We said that we needed to finish in the top 3. Well, we did. But my God, was this the most stressful season I have ever been a part of? As you can see at the top here, hopefully everyone can see, we finished on 50 points, 4 points ahead of third, and that was 5 points behind first. But that does not talk about the shit season we had. Losing 6 games that when we lost, we got absolutely battered. Drew 5, won 15, and out of the 26 games. If you looked at that without saying how stressed I got with some of the games we were showing, that looks like a really good season. It looks a really point. It wasn't. I think that this is the most undeserved second place I've ever been a part of.
I mean, obviously everybody did that much worse, though.
The thing is, and we'll go through the stats and stuff in a minute, but you are right. Everyone else did much worse than that. But we'll go through the stats in a sec, because you could tell that there's a struggle in a certain department that let us down massively. But what we will say is the challenges that Bobby Munson set us, we passed this. Top 3 was the goal that we had to get to upgrade the youth academy to 15. That was the goal that we needed. So we've got 2. The cup wasn't really a goal, but it was an achievement that we got. Your thoughts on seeing this on this league table?
Oh, that's, again, like, despite the frustration there might have been with the consistency or inconsistency in this case, like, it's, and you're saying it is undeserved second place finish. Everybody else had to have done poorly in order for us to get there, even if our season wasn't as strong as you were hoping. So, I mean, mission accomplished. We wanted top 3 finish. We got the top 3 finish, and here we are, and a cup for that matter. So, Could it really be as bad? I mean, how you get there isn't exactly the end goal. It's what you accomplish in the end. I mean, you can fight tooth and claw the whole way, kind of thing, and as they say, by hook or by crook, find a way to get what you need.
I like your optimism. I like that, because I wasn't that during the whole season. So yeah, let's get into the next one. And the next one is about another accomplishment. We have, by the way, we've already bagged this, the National B license. We have got that in the bag now. We've completed it. I am a little bit further ahead, so I have done the summer transfer window, sort of still waiting to see what Bobby has to say on certain things. But we have bagged our coaching license, which was the personal goal that we had to get throughout this season. And it took so fucking long to get it. It was unbelievable. Next up. So, here's the problem we've had. And here's the shithouse that we've had. Right, so we're going to go back. How many games was in a season? 26 games, okay? So remember 26. Our goalkeeper had 4 clean sheets.
Ooh, ouch. Ouch.
The best goalkeeper in the league had 8.
Oh, that's not that great either.
Now you're going to see where my frustration lies. In 26 games, right, this makes this worse. I have just seen the stat, and it's made me more angry about the goalkeeper that we've got. He conceded 49 goals in 26 appearances.
Wow. I think hopefully when you're talking about going ahead in the summer transfer window that you're looking at that position as one of the key ones to upgrade.
Well, I'm not allowed. Because if you remember...
Oh, hold on. What do you mean not allowed?
Because if you remember the rule that you set me was that if we didn't keep... now you know where my anger's coming. If we didn't keep 13 clean sheets, I had to keep this goalkeeper.
That's right. Oops.
So yes, this is
maybe he'll get better. I don't know. Gotta regret my own choice on that one.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you one thing. The defense is very different for this season coming up.
You have to make up for it somewhere. Just buy better defenders.
I've had to buy some defenders. I'll tell you that. Yes, so interesting. We go with the most he kept the clean sheet was at the top in 22 appearances in the league. The Adelaide goalkeeper, 34, conceded 28. There is no one in the league that kept less clean sheets, less conceded goals than they did appearances. So it was a very goal-happy Australian league it was that season. So we have to keep this goalkeeper for next season. But then that wasn't also... there was another worry we had as well. This is sort of the top goal scorers in the league. Now, Anthony Young come in. He played 18 appearances and got 12 goals. And then we also had Lachlan Sutton, who, by the way, is the best wonder kid youth pickup I've ever had in my entire existence of a human being. In 21 appearances, got 9 goals, but also got a lot of assists out on the wing. So Youth, 16 years of age is our main striker.
Really? Wow.
And 16 was our main winger. Now, I am going to point something out to the viewers. There are 2 players who have been sold that I had no choice over. The board accepted it for me. It's not these 2, but you will know if you've watched the series. Anger levels reached a peak during summer transfer window. Bobby Munson, your take on your fault here, making me have the goalkeeper for another season. Only that, youth academy slightly working.
Punishments are punishments for a reason, I guess. I mean, it's disappointing. I forgot I even said that, and then I was like, oh shit. But again, like you say, I mean, if you can't do one, do the other, and go after the defense to try to improve it. But I mean, now I'm more so that I'm kind of ticked off that the board's forcing player sales and stuff like that without our say in it, kind of thing. So I don't know. It's like, does this club want us to win, or does this club want us to piss off to somewhere else around the world?
So I will give the board a little leeway here, because the clubs that we sold it to, we had a number of clubs going after one player. I'm not going to say the player's name, but we had Manchester City, Manchester United, Arsenal, Liverpool, PSG, and Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid all bid for this player.
Wow.
I was rejecting it all. But then what I didn't realise was that if there's a certain number, the board can accept it without my knowing. Understandable. The other one was a little bit baffling, because there was only one club ever wanted him, and they got him. But the club that wanted Manchester City, Manchester United, PSG, all of the player with that one has been loaned back to us for the season. I will say that. But the other one hasn't. And he's been sold to Feyenoord. But I slightly understand more why that one's been sold. I'm going to give it away. If you've watched the series, he's the only one in the whole team. He's Dutch. And Feyenoord come in for him. If you know who the Dutchman is, you know who's gone. But if you don't know, you'll have to wait till tomorrow to find out. But yeah, so I will give it slight leeway on that one. Your thoughts, by the way, your thoughts on Newcastle Jets have got a defender. By the way, he's a defender. Slowly breaking it down for you lot. That only kept 4 clean sheets. Anyway, your thoughts on having a player with all of those clubs interested in him?
I mean, obviously it was doing something right on the pitch itself if all those clubs were interested in him, but I don't know. I don't know what to think. I mean, that's a massive amount of big clubs going after the player. That
I know
makes you wonder what was the appeal, what was the attraction, kind of thing, especially with only 4 clean sheets. I mean, it's weird, but that's
more
big
his
money.
Potential. I think it's more because of his potential. He had such a high potential compared to anyone else. Yeah. He had a really high potential compared to anyone else. And I think it is the right move for him. I don't think he's gone to the right club, but he has picked, I'll say it, Man City. He's gone to Man City.
Oh, yeah. Well, boo.
Yeah. But we brought him. So this is why I'm slightly happy with my decision with him gone. Because I actually signed him in the first season. I signed him on a free, but then sold him for a lot more money. It wasn't a free. I think it was like 200,000 I spent for him. But then he's then got so much bigger potential. No one was picking up on him, and now he is. So, yeah, you'll know who it is when you see it next episode. But also as well, I've given it away now. Anyway, Dokovic is the one who's left because he's the only Dutchman, and I didn't realise I did a graphic with the Dutch player in it. Anyway, he's the one who's gone to Feyenoord. But if you look at the assists, he got 8 assists in that season, joint third, along with Josh Webb, who is the academy player from it, 20 years of age, 7 assists that he come into. The highest one was from MacArthur FC with 11. But I do like this. If we look at pass completion percentage, this is when my nerdiness takes over here, is the midfielder that we brought in got 90% pass completed. during every game.
Jesus.
And then I think
It's like
that's crosses. He got
it's like a
30%.
Berbatov level right there.
Yeah. And then if you not only look at that as well, the one that we had, Josh Webb from our academy, he got 86% pass completion rate. I think that I found a way of them passing in the midfield, just not know how to defend from that. So let's move on. So we got through. If you don't see, let's go back to, I think it's down here, not the cup win. I want to go top 3. So in Australia, what you do is you go into, in the top 6. So this is how complicated Australia gets. So top 6, you qualify for another phase. When you finish top, you are crowned regular season champions. Then what happens is the top 6 go into a playoff, but it gets interesting. The top 2 don't play in the eliminator round or the quarterfinals. The top 2 go straight into the semi-finals, but they don't play against each other. They play the other teams from the other qualifiers that go through. So us finishing second was a bit of a blessing because we then skipped through and got to a point where we were into the semi-finals of the cup, which meant that we were going to try and win another cup. We got to the semi-finals, and it was over 2 legs. And as you can see, what happened was a bit of shithousery, okay? So we won 2-0, 3-0, 3-1, 3-1 in the first leg. Then we went back to our yard, and we were, where were we? We were 3-1 down in the 90th minute. I changed formation. And as you can tell, we then scored 3 goals in extra time to then send us through 7-5 on aggregate. Your thoughts on the semi-final win?
Talk about giving a nail biter to the fans. I mean, you couldn't ask for a more exciting, I guess, 2 legs of footy. But still, I mean, for us at the same time, probably sweating it and feeling the pinch there.
The amount of swearing and anger levels that was happening during that second leg. I thought we had this all wrapped up after the first leg. I was so confident going into the second leg, most confident than I've ever been going into a second leg.
I have to correct you on something though quickly, because when you're watching footy or you're coaching footy or you're playing footy, it's not swearing; it's just regular conversation.
Yes, we'll go with that. We'll go with that. Let's say it was that. Right. So then we got to a final, and you can probably guess who we played. It was the top of the league of Wellington Phoenix. Now, Adelaide, I said, was going to be a big factor in this season because every time we played them, we beat them. So going into the semi-final, a lot more confident going into that. Beat them twice in the regular season, beat them in the cup final, and then beat them twice in the playoff. And then we played Wellington Phoenix. Now, I want to get your prediction before I click the next button because it's going to tell you who won it. Your prediction for the cup final of the playoff series that we had. And we're playing top of the league.
Part of me wants to say we managed to edge them out in the final, barely, but I'm going to say we came up just a little bit short.
Very happy you said that because we did. We lost 1-0. This is the only. This is a fun fact. This is a really fun fact and a really anger fact. When I was looking back at the games that we played, this is the only team that we haven't beaten. We played them 3 times and lost all 3.
Wow,
let
that's
that
rough.
sink in.
So, in other words, we need to switch that. That needs to be one of the accomplishments next season. We need to beat this team.
Yes, 100% yes. So we're also going to look at our youth academy as well. Our youth academy finished second overall in the group stages. You have to finish top 2 to go into a final where you will face each other to go in. And as you can see, Adelaide Youth won that trophy, but coming second only by goal difference to not finish top is remarkable there. Also having one of the top average ratings in the league as well. Still no clean sheets in there as well, so that's fucking great to see. And next up as well, what we got? So I have signed. Right, okay. So this is the current season that we were on. Okay, they wanted us to be competitive. By the way, I have solely put this in just for Bobby's sake, so he can give me a little bit of leeway on some of the passes and fails that we've done throughout the season. This is literally the only reason why I've put this screen in. Okay, we failed most of them, and I'm angry. Anyway, so they were happy with that. They wanted us to get to the semi-finals or the final, but then they also wanted us to avoid the bottom of the A League. So, bit contradictory of a thing there, but it is what it is. And this is the player. So this is the player that's gone. This is the player that's gone. He's gone for 775,000. I had no choice in this. He's been loaned back for the season. We do have 50% profit from the next sale. Newcastle Jets will get 50% of the sale of the profits from that, which is good news for Newcastle Jets in the future. And we also will get a friendly with them in the future as well. So that is good news where we will gain more money from it. So next season, we are now going to be in potential four competitions. We've won this. We don't need to worry about this anymore. I know with this, but we're not going to show this game anymore because we've won that trophy. If we win it again, I'll show you the cup lifting. If we don't win again, you probably won't hear me mention it. But we are now Newcastle Jets for the very first time, or could be in their first time in their history, will be playing in the Asian Champions League. Now, what I will say is tomorrow's episodes, we will be playing the first 2 games of the Asian Champions League for the first time for the Newcastle Jets. Though that's tomorrow's episode, where we will be playing in the Asian Champions League. The first 2, we're going to be playing 2 games tomorrow, and it will be the first 2 games of the Asian Champions League. And then I put times 2 here because you get 1 trophy for the regular season and 1 trophy for the finals. So, Bobby Munson, looking at all of this, and I know we've waffled on a little bit long, but your thoughts on seeing all of that, everything that you've seen, and I want to get your take on where... Was that what you were predicting before we go into all the other shenanigans?
I don't know if I was full on predicting that high of a finish. I think it's above what my expectations were. I'm happy with it for sure. It's going to be a rough set next season. It really is. That's more games. It's Champions League, Asian Champions League, but still, like, we've got that many more games added. Our youth is looking great, but they're inexperienced and all that kind of stuff too. So, I mean, there's going to be a lot of tough competition in those cups, especially to get to the point of winning them. But hey, why the hell not? Let's try to add more silverware. I say try.
So, let's... I can't believe my best offender's gone. That was really irritating. Let's go through a few things. So we passed the top 3 that you gave us to do. So we will then be up in the DU system.
Mm-hmm.
Clean sheets, we failed. Actually, no one in the league passed that.
No, not at all.
no one in the league passed their half a season. So we have to keep the same goalkeeper as before.
Okay.
And the personal one was that we had to gain a coaching badge, which we did. I did apply for the one after that, and they refused. So,
the personal one for next season, get that one.
Oh, for fuck's sake. These fucking coaching badges are doing my nutting. Right, okay. Personal one, we have to get the next coaching badge. Okay, so now we need a collective, the whole team. What does the whole team need to do? Does it need to... We did top 3. Do you want us to be higher? We finished top 2, but do you want to finish higher? What is the aim for the regular season and the playoff?
Top 2 finish, regular season. So even if we get second again, I'm fine with that. Top 2 finish, and then in the playoff,
we're gonna have to win it, aren't we?
Yeah, I think we have to. I mean, we made the final, so it's not just about making the final. Like, I think more than anything, we need to beat the team we haven't beat. Like that's what it comes down to. Whether we finish above them or not, if we beat them along the path somewhere, that'd be an accomplishment itself. But I say win the playoff, top 2 finish.
Okay. So, Jesus, I really hope we could do this. Then we need a individual base player accomplishment. It's, do we get top goal scorer? Do we get top assister? Do we get clean sheets? Fuck's sake, please no.
I like the assist one this time. I really do, because I saw a lot coming out of the youth on the assist side of things. I want top assist.
Okay, so it doesn't matter which player.
Doesn't matter which player, as long as we have a player in the top for the assist.
Right. That makes me happier. Okay, so we know the team accomplishment is. Are we doing the thing for the Champions League? Should we do a little mini one, a little fun one? Should we say that we have to get out of the group stage?
That would be the only thing I'd hope for, really, in that one. Like, if we can get out of the group stages, yes.
I know the group we're in, and I want to make sure that I say this now. I really hope we get out of the group stage as well. That's all I'm going to say. But yes, well, that will be coming tomorrow. So the Asia Champions League, which starts tomorrow, our only aim for that is to get out of the group stage. For the league, we have to finish in the top 2. And if we don't finish in the top 2, if we do finish in the top 2, we also, in the the playoff thing that we have at the end, we have to win it. And also personal one is we have to try and get another coaching badge to progress forward.
Yeah.
Okay then. Bobby Munson, any final words you would like to say to the Aussie fans that are potentially watching us, and anything you would like to say going into the new season?
Best of luck to the team in the new season. I hope that it's a good one. And to all the Aussie fans, thank you for the support. And Aussie, 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 oi, oi, oi.
And they've unsubscribed. If you haven't already, please make sure you go and give us a subscribe, kick that notification bell, and stick around for as long as you can as well. And if you don't know my man next to me, down below is all of his socials everywhere. Go onto our local establishment as well to go and check him out. Go and follow him on all socials to find out what he's got coming up next. And make sure you go onto Thursday nights, or if you're in the UK, Friday very early mornings, where he does a very good wrestling show where they go around the world talking about different things and do quizzes as well. So make sure you go over there to Bobby Munson and give him some love. But if you don't know about me, my name is Tommy T. No, I'm not. That is all my socials down below there as well. If you keep seeing me look over there, it's because I've got England versus India cricket on. So that's why I'm looking as well. But if you haven't already, make sure to hit the like, hit the subscribe, and I will see you guys very soon. Peace.